So, first thing we are going to do in setting up your first mega magnet, we have to create a special tag that is going to be assigned to each magnet that you decide to set up. So, what we're going to do is you come over to the right-hand side. Does everybody see my cursor there by the settings button? We come into settings. Once we're in this page, first and foremost, you want to make sure that your CRM and your personal information is all updated. Make sure your working hours are set, your position title, and then your social media tags. That's one of the first and most important things to set up within our side of Lofty. Then on the left-hand side, you scroll down to the bottom underneath lead settings. Now your lead settings may be collapsed. If so, just make sure you open that up. You're going to see capture, routing, tags, lead import. You're going to click on tags. So once we click on tags, I am now going to go to the top right and click add new. So we're going to come up with a tag name for the first mega magnet that we want to run. So I'm just going to call this one, oh, what do we want to call this? Somebody throw a name out into the chat real quick. First one that pops up is what I'm naming it. Anybody got a crazy name, something? Okay, so we're just there. I love it. Actually, you know what? I like that one. Winner 26. There we go. So we're adding this personal tag. Hit save on that. That is all we need to do on this page. So from there, you're going to come up into your content tab at the top, and that's going to give you 5 different options. We're going to be looking at a landing page. So once we click on that landing page, you're going to see there's a bunch of pre-made options that we're able to click on. What I want to show you first is going to be the more in-depth version, okay? Because we're looking at creating something custom that we're able to shoot out to potential leads. So then you go to the right-hand side and you're going to click on View More. Once we are inside the View More, you're going to have all of these different templates that pop up. Easiest way to get to the part where we're able to create something custom, you're going to click on the Activity tab. Once we are in the Activity tab, you will see the Build Your Own. Once we select that template, it's going to ask us to name our landing page. So I'm going to hit this one with winner 26. You will see that it's going to then rename what the forwarding address is going to be. And then the lead source we can always leave on website. We hit save.
Hey, Bobby, question really quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you type in the winner 26 or did you find it when you saved it previously?
Nope, I typed it in. That's just what I wanted
Okay.
to call this
Okay.
particular landing page.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. So when that pops up, it's then going to give you a footer and a header automatically set. So as you see, we have no information here. Left-hand side, you see where it says block, setting, style, SEO. First and foremost, you're going to come into block. Now, when we think about our magnets, we want to capture info because we want to make the landing page as simplistic as possible. So think of, so you don't see the build your own. Okay, let me go back into Actually, you know what? Are you guys seeing the extra page when I click tabs? Okay, yes. So I'm going to go back to this one. And once you are in content, you click landing page. Then you're going to come into view more. Once you are in view more, you can even scroll all the way down. It's in there, build your own. I just find it easier to hit the activity tab. And then that's your build your own. And then that's going to, once you click that, it's going to open up in a secondary window for you. So let me close this block real quick. Once again, it's going to open you up with a header and a footer. On your left-hand side, you're going to have block and settings, which are going to be the two most important that we're going to pay attention to. So we're going to come into block. This is what's going to allow us to add different blocks into this landing page. We want to keep our lead capture form as simplistic as possible. The easier it is for your potential lead to be able to fill in the information and get what you're offering, that's what we want. So if you click on form, it's going to give you a number of different form options. Like I said, I like to keep it simple. Let me find this one right here. Once you find the form that you want, click it and drag it over. It's going to show you where it's going to drop that block. So you see how we have the get more information in here now. Top right corner of that block, you're going to see an edit button, little pencil with a page. Once we click on that, back over on the left side, it's now going to allow us to program that block. So you see where it says lead type buyer. You're going to get rid of that. Now we're going to go look at our lead types. We have buyer, seller, renter, investor, agent, homeowner, landlord, and other. Now, this is what has to do with your smart campaigns, which we will get into. We have to forward think of what we want this lead type to be. So if you're making a lead form for generating buyers, obvious choice. Same thing for sellers, renters, investors. With this one, let's say we're creating a contest that somebody's going to be able to download a scavenger hunt PDF. We're going to make sure we click other, because then an automated smart campaign won't automatically start for that. Then we go into our tags. So we know we just created it, and that was winner 26. So now that tag has popped up. We select that. Then your form field. Do you want to collect their name, phone number, email, and allow them to type a message to you? If you want, say you only want their phone number, you don't want their email, don't know why we would ever do that, but let's say you don't. You can easily get, well, you can't get rid of the email. You can get rid of the phone. If you don't like the order that they're in, you can click on these three lines and drag it up to change the order. You see it automatically changed it inside of our form. Our button clearly says submit. We can change that to get the download. And you can get creative. Well, let me put that many in. So we're going to get the PDF. And you'll see that the button has now changed. You can also change your button colors. And you can turn on an action for the button if you wanted to do some things, right? So the button action type, toast or destination URL. Let's say we're sending them directly to that PDF. You're able to put that PDF to wherever you have it hosted. We're just going to leave it here for now. We can go to form content. This is where we're able to change or add images. So the more exciting you want to try to make your form look, You can. So now we go back into the block, and I want to show you what it looks like if we put in a different style of a form. This is one that I do like. Now notice we have both form registrations in here now. We don't need both. Just want to show you what it would look like if we go into edit the secondary. So you see at the top, it says left part, right part, and then common settings. Your common settings are going to change both sides of the block. So your right part, buying my home is what it says now. Lead type, we could put a tag in, the information that you want to collect, and then the action. Now let's say we don't want that block in here. We're like, we don't like how that looks. Simply hit the delete, confirm, it's gone. Say you want to add one extra thing about what's happening in your area, right? So we can hit right here and say what our team is doing as far as numbers go. We can go in there, you can edit that block, and you can make it say what you want it to say. Everybody follow the blocks thus far? So now that we,
Bobby, I'm
yep,
sorry.
no, you're good.
I have one question. So when you first went to, you said click on, was it SEO? What did we click on in order to change the buyer information? Like, to change where, when you first drug this over, you like dragged it there and then you went somewhere.
Yep. So when you're in your block,
Yep.
top right-hand side of that block,
Uh-huh.
you're going to see an edit button.
Got it. Got it.
That's where you're able to come in and change your lead type and your tag.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. So now we got that form done. We can view what our form is going to look like. So it's obviously going to keep all of your navigation that you have for your current Lofty site. And then it's also going to have your footer and your header. Now let's say I don't want the footer there. You click on the settings section, basic info, page style. Now I have my header and no footer. You can even go so far as to take it out with no header, no footer. So all it is just a form. You can make it as simple or as complex as you like. Once again, this one here says lead type. We're going to change the basic settings of this to other. And then the how to trigger. This is important. If you want to force somebody to register as they're going through your form, you click the require registration based on showing time. Mine is set right now to pop up after 10 seconds. For the one that I did for you guys in Wisconsin, I clicked never require registration. With the registration one set, you'll see where it says pop-up content. This is where you're able to then change what you want that pop-up to look like. Might pop up, might not pop up. There it is. So that was 10 seconds. So here is the create. This is what that pop-up looks like. If you're doing like an exclusive download or anything like that, and you want an extra source of lead capture, you can have that pop-up set to come up. I personally don't like them because I don't want people to feel like they're being forced to register on my site because I'm giving them free info, right? That's the whole purpose of your Mega Magnet is to be able to offer something for free. So I don't want them to feel like I'm forcing them into doing something. If any of you do Google Analytics or Pixel ID, you can put your analytics and your Pixel ID in these right here, and Lofty will track your pages for you, but it also does it on the main page, so you really don't need that. So we've got our tag set up, we've got our page set up, we've got our form set up. If you want to change your text, your colors, anything like that, you can do so there. If this is going to be something that you're pushing out where you need SEO involved, everybody understand what SEO is? Search engine optimization. So once you've published this, you'll be able to go in and put in keywords, make things, try to stand out more when people may be searching for it online. So now that we have that done, we're going to hit publish, top right-hand corner. My landing page has been published. Now, with that landing page being published, we come back to our main section, right? So this is done. We can close that. Come back into our main section. You're now going to see your landing page right there. It's going to be inside of all of your landing pages that you've made. If you just click on the front part of that landing page, it's going to open up the landing page that you made. This is real world usage. So if you wanted to test it on your own with one of your other emails, you can do that right there. If you need to get back into that landing page to edit it, you have to come over here to the action side and click on the first one, which is the edit. I remember when I first started doing this, to me, that was one of the most confusing things because I'm clicking on it, I can't edit it. I missed that little edit button. That brings you right back into where we were, being able to edit what our form and registration is going to look like. Now, inside of these, I'm telling you, guys, there's so much that you are able to do, create. If you have a listing that you want to feature, like I said on Tuesday, right? Nobody really cares about the listings, but utilizing one of the landing pages to do it makes much more sense than just doing a Facebook post about just listed. Right? If you want to do a neighborhood page, you simply click this, you search for your neighborhood. I'm just going to do where I live. We're going to call this one Fort Gratiot. Notice it changes it here, lead source save. And here is what it automatically created for me. I go into the preview so you guys can see what that looks like. It gives me the outline, shows the population. Once I put in all the info, it'll give the average sales price, median sales price, total listing, nearby locations. So if you really want to try to become that neighborhood expert, yes, Kim, I will. The recording will be shared to all of you. So if you really wanted to you want to be that neighborhood expert, this is a great one to put out there because you're giving somebody value when they're looking at it. So I don't really need that landing page. So I'm going to delete it. So that one's gone. So we're going to be focusing on winter 26. Our landing page is done. Now we have to tell it what to do. Franchon, you can send me a text afterwards, and I think I know the reason to that, and I'll try to walk you through that. Then
Okay,
we're going to
thank
come.
you.
Oh, absolutely. So once we've done that, we're going to come to automation. So in your automation tab are your smart plans. Inside of your smart plans, we need to now create a new one based off of the landing page that we just made. So on the top right, you go to create a smart plan. You're going to go from scratch. I know from scratch always scares people because it's easier to just use a template. You can, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it from scratch. This is what we see when we first get into the from scratch. We have to first set the global setting. So our target lead type setting, we're going to include one of other. Remember, so that was an important step in setting up your landing page, because we don't want any other smart plan being triggered. We only want the one that says other. And we don't need any extras, but if you wanted to, you can go to include all or equal to, and then you just hit save on that. Now, we're going to go into our trigger. What are we going to utilize for people to get to that landing page? You click on trigger. You're going to go click tag changed, right? Because when somebody fills out that form, we're creating the automation that goes behind it. So we already have them designated as other. You click on tag changed. Now you have the tags added. Any tags? No, we don't want any tags. We want winter 26. So the minute somebody fills out that form, they go into your Lofty database and they are applied the tag winter 26. Now we're triggering the smart campaign to run based off of the tag that was automatically applied to that person that filled out your form. Hit save. So from there, we now need to add a condition. So what is that condition going to be? Wait a period of time, wait till a specific date, wait till an event. We want it to wait a specific amount of time. We're going to make it wait 1 minute. These all can't say 0. So we're going to wait 1 minute for the condition. Now this is us telling it what to do. So then we scroll down. Now we're going to add our action. We can have it set to do auto email, text, a notification, a property alert, anything else like that. What you're going to want to do is set it up for an email. We hit email. You can now put your email subject in, and you can put in the message of your email. Here's where you can put a direct link to your download. Make sure you put in your information, right? So you have your name, picture, if you have one, phone number, all your contact. You can select from different templates that are already set up, or you create your own. You hit save. Now we have completely set this up to automatically send this email when somebody fills out that form. So we go back to Save Smart Plan. Oh, did I not name it? I did not name it. I got to name that smart plan. So we go back over to the right-hand side to see the gear icon. This gets into your settings for that smart plan. Go to edit. And now we're going to change that. Save. And always make sure you save it. And then that's just done. So when we go in to view our smart plan, this shows us what that smart plan is. And you can click, drag around, do all that stuff to make it easier, because some of the smart plans you can make with multiple steps. So we'll look at the buyer lead listing from ads that I have. You see how many steps that there are in this? And they just keep going. So we have 12 different steps that it just continuously keeps updating over a 39-day process. Did I set that up? No. That one was based off of a template out of the library. Center of your screen, see where it says plans, library, go into library. You can use any one of these templates that are set up and then change them to be what you want them to be. So just for arguments, we're going to go into Realty.com's already built in. Let me zoom out so you can see a lot more what their steps are. There's all these realty.com steps that are built into this smart plan. And we can go in and edit, add. This is where you guys can really sit down and have a lot of fun in creating your smart plans. There's nothing that you can break. There's nothing you can't screw up about it. Like if I want to add another condition or another action in there, I can do that. So I don't want to, we'll leave that because I don't want to mess with those. So now we have our plan set. We can come back into our landing page side. Remember, content, landing page, automation, smart plan. And there's our winner 26. Now, if I go to fill this in, I don't have one. Check the box, get the PDF. Email's already been registered. Yes, I know it's going to want me to sign in, but you get the gist of it. And that's it. That is how we walk through setting up our first mega magnet. That is for our Epique agents and everybody else that uses Lofty.